Just, start off. I know there's a lot of chatter, late last night, early this morning, and just happy to answer any questions you guys have. You get up this morning and the storyline's a little bit, different. Wishing it was more on, the 21-year-old, opening the game up, finishing the game, and he had a special night, and just wish that was the main focus. But I know you guys have a lot of questions, and happy to answer them. We've talked about finishing games and finishing teams, and we got to that situation there in the eighth. I think it was Nicasio on the mound, and especially in a 4-game set, trying to grind teams down, get in the bullpen, and we got to the count. We were certainly looking to continue to score runs and put that game away. That's something we haven't been great at. So at the end of the day, I think Nicasio was throwing 8-9 balls. He was struggling in the zone. Tatis was locked in. He did what he was supposed to do with that pitch. He just didn't look down and get the sign. And at the end of the day, I'm happy the 21-year-old missed the sign there and opened up the game. Now there's times going forward. There's going to be games going forward. We've got to be locked into the sign, as all our players do. And when we do miss it, we address it. But looking to put any restraints, that would be insanity. He has the way his play is, the electricity. He plays the game right. He's passionate. He works. He's loved by his teammates, his staff. Those are all qualities that we would never restrain. I think it's good to be aware of, and we're always growing. I mean, but we're talking about treating games like it's a playoff game. And so I think in the unwritten rules or whatever, I think there's a lot of gray area. I think there's a lot of smoke. There's not a lot of clarity to it. So you ask 100 people, you're probably going to get 98, 99 different responses on what's right. All I know is we've got to continue to score. We've got to continue to finish games. If we don't score there, we're 2-3 runs away from getting our closer up. I think we came back 7-1 the other night, and missed tying it up by maybe an inch, maybe an inch and a half. Maybe he was safe at the plate. And so what we talked about is finishing games, and fortunate enough, Tatis was able to rifle a ball to right field to give us the lead and put the game away. It's really not. It's obviously on whatever, the MLB channel. We're a really tight group. We've got one another's backs. It's on all fronts. And right now it's business as usual. And we're preparing to face the Rangers today, and preparing for Mike Minor and going forward. So, like I said, it's are there some distractions out there? Is there a lot of chatter? Yeah. And that, really shouldn't be the focal point. But I feel good that our group's tight, and we're going to be ready to play tonight. I don't know. Maybe I didn't word it exactly right last night, in reference what I was talking about, like a teachable moment. I was talking about the signs. And I believe that, with all our guys, we miss signs throughout the year. And we address those things. I think I said it earlier. I'm glad he missed this one. It was something for me to learn. I thought, I was thinking kind of grind out that inning. He was struggling with the zone, and fortunately enough, Tatis was dialed in. He didn't see the sign, and he put the game away, which ultimately we have to continue to score. We have to finish games. Again, that's something that we've talked about. We haven't been great in so far, and just fortunate enough that he was able to do that for us last night. But I wasn't talking about unwritten rules. I wasn't talking. It was I was just talking about, the teachable moment with, the signs. And, like I said, I think all our guys, that's something we've got to continue to stay on top of, because it's going to come up down the road, and we got to be able to get those things executed. Well, it obviously wasn't the right call. So, he took one swing of the bat and got 4 runs up. We were watching it, from there with, we had the bases loaded. I think the previous 2 batters walked on, felt like maybe 9 pitches or something like that. We were struggling around the zone. So, we were kind of thinking, let's grind this inning. Like I said, we're still looking to score. Like I said, Tatis was just kind of dialed in. I think he laid off 2 tough sliders, to get to that count. And, when he got his fastball, he was dialed in, just didn't see, Hoffman, myself, anything like that. And, drove a ball to right field, which was very impressive. I mean, we rode home on the bus together, sat right behind me. We talked for 20 minutes, joked around, talked with him this morning, and we're good. I don't know if there's a story that there's going to be a rift or anything like that, but he's an ultra super talented player. I can't praise him enough for just his work ethic and everything he's done. And he just continues to grow. And so I don't know what to say. I mean, he's off and on his way, and we just got to keep him going. No, definitely not okay. Didn't expect it. I think, it happened, and throughout the year, the beginning of the year, we've got to put a lot of trust in, MLB and the umpires. And so just that whole stuff is just tired, throwing at players and throwing behind them. It's just tired. But we've got a lot of confidence in, the umpires and Chris Young and Nick Hundley and the MLB, to review it. They've been very adamant from the get-go that this won't be tolerated this year. I think, in that situation, whether we take or not, if I do put on the take sign, and when he's really locked in, or one of the players locked in, myself, Hoffman, we just got to do a better job of making sure he's got eye contact down there, and just making sure that we're on the same page when going forward in those situations. But that's it. I think we as managers, coaches, and people, we should never be the story or really any big part of the story. It's a player's game, 100%. And, for him to have, what was it, 7 RBIs, a laser beam 3-run homer to left, and then, how many guys go, opposite field, grand slam. That to me is the storyline. I think the storyline, the way Zach Davies pitched, Strom comes in, and then we had one of our better just offensive nights, 1 through 9. And so for him having to apologize, and for the players to have to, listen to the chatter and not being about them, that part bothers me. I'm always going to respect Chris and that. And they're going to feel how they feel, and he's going to feel how he feels. And they're trying to kick our ass, and we're trying to kick their ass and win. And that's the bottom line. So, we can't sit here and worry about people's feelings. We've got a team over here that we believe in. We're a pretty tight unit. We've got each other's backs, and we're going out and we're trying to play winning baseball. And that's the bottom line. It's hard to look at that perception, because, being in the clubhouse and the dugout, I feel like we're a very tight unit. I feel like not only do they feel like I and the coaching staff have their back, I feel it's mutual. I feel that they have ours as well. It is kind of hard to see it from that lens because we're so invested in these guys. So I guess to answer your question, without stepping outside and looking at it from that perspective, yeah, it's pretty hard because believe a lot like in this group, and I think it goes both ways.